Good evening. Today I am going to teach you an introduction by Kamla Das. First of all, I will recite all the lines of Kamla Das and then I will explain it one by one. Or the thing is that this poem has been included in the Malabar collection of Kamla Das, and it is an autobiographical, more like an autobiographical. When I am saying autobiographical, what does it mean? It means that this poem is more close or more real to her real life. It is like her own story. So I'm going to recite lines and in an introduction. So first of all, the first line is, I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of months beginning with Nehru. She is saying here that I don't know politics. I'm not very good at politics. I'm not very fond of politics and I'm not very good at politics, but still I know the names and I can tell you that who is in power or something like that. I can tell you the dates or weeks or days of the week, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like this. So easily I can tell you that who is in power and who is working. And she said that in the beginning she is taking the name of Nehru. She is saying that Nehru is the most powerful person in politics these days. Then in second line she is saying, I am Indian, very brown and born in Malabar. मैं इंडियन हूँ, मैं बहुत ही brown हूँ. Her complexion is so dark. She is on the darker tone. So she is saying that I am Indian, I am brown, because in India the color of the people are always brown. Most of them are brown. We are not fond of, or we are very appropriate when we are white. It is brown, that is the color of India. So she is saying I am Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak 3 languages, write in 2 and dream in 1. I can speak 3 languages, that is English, Hindi and Malayalam, and write in 2, that is Malayalam and English, and I can dream in 1, that is her mother tongue. So don't write in English, they say. English is not your mother tongue. She said that my cousins are always asking me, and all the critics who are reading my work, they always ask me that don't write in English. Why are you writing in English? Because it is considered that why a girl is writing in, because it is a reaction towards the patriarchal society of men. She is giving the reaction. And one of the category I would like to tell you that Kamla Das is a confessional poet as well as a feminist. Confessional are those who confess their inner sins or desires or inner follies outside the world without any shame. And the second word is feminist. Feminists are those those writings which tells you about the social and political and literal condition of women in the patriarchal society. So I will explain it in Hindi also. So she said that not your don't write in English. They say English is not your mother tongue. Why not leave me alone? Critics, friends, visiting cousins. वो कहती है कि why not you leave me alone? Critics, friends, she is addressing them, and she is saying that critics, friends, visiting cousins, all those cousins who used to, siblings who used to visit her, every one of you, why not let me speak in any language I like? She said that it is completely of my desire that I would like to talk in any language, and I can talk in any language without any pressure on me. Why not let me speak in any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortion is cure. Its distortion is just a minute. Cureness. She is saying that let me speak in my desired language. Whatever I desire, I can talk in this, and I should be having that freedom that I can talk in any language. All mine alone. If I talk in any language, that language will become in mine. It is half English, half Indian. Funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am. Don't you see? She is saying even if I am writing incorrect English or incorrect Tamil or incorrect Malayalam, it is my language, because you see that I am more natural. I am not bringing up or making up anything. I am not artificially making it up. I am all natural. I am human. It is human as I am. Don't you see? She is very proud of being very natural. It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is used to me as growling. This language is giving voice to my feelings, my joys, my happiness. If I am happy, I am expressing it. If I am longing for somebody, like I am asking for somebody, I am expressing it. If my hopes, I am expressing it. So it is used to me as a cowing. It is to crow or roaring to the lion. It is just like my language, just like my expression. Language is a best medium of expression. So she is saying that it is just like a crow crows or a lion roars. So Lawrence Rowe, I'm just not getting the lines, that's why I'm just waiting. Yes, in human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware. I am a person who is more alive. I am a person who can speak about her own feelings, and I am more alive than you. She is saying that you people who are dead, who are making artificiality of life, are not alive. I am alive. A mind that sees and hears and is aware, not the deaf, blind speech of trees in storm or monsoon clouds or of rain or incoherent muttering of the blazing funeral pyre. She is saying that I am not like those trees who just want to say something when there is air. They are just shaking themselves, and it feels like they want to say something, but they are not able to say. They are tremendously able to express themselves, but they are not able to express. So she is saying that I am very much capable of expressing myself, so please don't let me tell anything that I should be doing this and or I should be doing that. Then I was child. Later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one of two places sprouted hair. When I was getting old, Kamala Das was only 15 when she has been married to a man who is 15 years elder than her. तो शी इज सेइंग दैट आई वाज व्हेन 15 एंड माय लिम्स आर ग्रोइंग. मैं जब बड़ी हो रही थी, मेरे हाथ पैर बड़े हो रहे थे, तो भी उन्हें प्रॉब्लम थी. I was just 16 into the just a minute when I asked. No, later they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs. जब मैं बड़ी हो रही थी तो मैं सिर्फ हाथ पैर बड़े हो गए मेरे, तो उन्होंने मुझे ये कहना शुरू कर दिया कि तुम बड़ी हो गई. सेल्ड एंड 1 or 2 places sprouted, और मेरे कहीं बाल भी आ गए, तो उन्होंने ये बताया कि मैं बड़ी हो गई. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask for, he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. When I asked for love, when she is 50, she has been married to a 15 years elder man, and she said that at that age I do not know what means love, and whenever I desired for love, he just dragged me to the bedroom and closed the door, and I don't understand what he meant and what he wanted from me. He did not beat me. Actually, she is saying that it's not that my husband beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. He actually is not beating her, but she feels so bruised over her body, and she feels that she has been beaten by his husband, because all her desires has been crushed, and she wanted love, and that is not absolutely physical, so she feels crushed. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully, and she is saying that all the female body is crushing me and hurting me and saying me that you are pitiful, that you are shameful, that you need some pity. Then I wore a shirt and my brother trouser, and one day I wore a shirt and I dressed up like a man and cut my hair short and ignored my womanliness, and one day I cut my hair short and dressed up like a man, and then dressed in sari, be girl, be wife. And when I came out, my relatives and everybody outside, they said that dress in sari, be a girl, be a wife. They said be embroidered, be quick cook, be a quarter, be servants. दे स्टार्टेड टेलिंग मी कि जाओ काम करो, कुछ औरतों वाले काम करो, कुछ कढ़ाई करो, कुछ बुनाई करो, कुछ खाना बनाओ, कुछ सर्वेंट्स का हाथ बटाओ. फिट इन. They are asking her to be fit in because she is odd. Oh, belong, carried the categorize. Don't sit. एंड उन्हें मुझे देख करके मुझे कैटेगरीज में बांधना बड़ा अच्छा लगता था लोगों को. शी इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट पीपल. डोंट सिट ऑन वॉल्स और पीप इन थ्रू और लेस ड्रैप विंडोज. बी एमी और बी कमला, or better still be Madhvi Kutti. Madhvi Kutti is her nickname, Kamala is her writing name, and Amy is a name given by herself to her. It is time to choose a name, a role. Don't play pretending games. Don't play a schizophrenia or be a nympho. People often accused her of being a schizophrenic or a nympho. Schizophrenic is a person who goes into the extremes of madness or extreme of happiness, that maniac types person. And nympho is person who feels or who wants, who has a strong desire for love, physical love. So don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. Don't cry when you are given love, physical love. Don't cry or don't be loud and jilted in love. I met a man, loved him. Call him not by any name. He is every man who wants a woman, just as I am every woman who seeks love in him. She said that after my marriage I had an affair with a man, and I got a man, and I thought that he is the one is going to give me the real love. But after all, he is also a man, and he seek me for my physical body, not for my internal heart. I'm even a woman who seeks in love. She said that I am a woman and I seek love, and he approaches me for the physical love. In him, the hungry haste of river, in me, the ocean starless waiting. And when we have a mating, we feel that I feel that the ocean is still untouched, and I am having a feeling of waiting to heat come into my heart and touch that ocean. You are who you are. Just a minute. Who are you? I asked each and every one. The answer is, it is I, anywhere and everywhere. She has numbers of extramarital affairs after her marriage, and she said that each time I get into a relationship, I always ask myself that, are you satisfied? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling loved? And each time I'm getting the answer, who is he? He is the only man. And the previous time also I get a man, and in my marriage also I get a man. I never get a lover. She wants to say that I never get a lover. Who are you? I asked each and every, and the answer is I, anywhere and everywhere. I see the one who calls himself I in his world. He is tightly packing like the sword in his sheet. If it is I who drink lonely, drink at 12 midnight in hotels of strange towns, it is I who laugh, it is I who make love, and then feel shame. It is I who lie dying with a rattle in my throat. I am a sinner, I am a saint, I am the beloved and betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no ache which are not yours. I too call myself I. She is saying that each time I had an affair, each time I went to a hotel for the meeting, and I went there and I stay there, and each time I drink, and each time I had a physical meeting, each time I feel more ashamed of me. Each time I feel more pity of me. Each time I feel more hurt, because I was searching for love and they are only giving me physical love, and each time I feel betrayed. I feel myself as a sinner, and at the same time I feel myself as a saint, because I am giving them love, I am making the love, I am loving them, but they are not loving them. That's why I am feeling betrayed, and it is only me who is pity on myself. Everybody is saying that I am a sinner. So yeah,